It's very hot here in Morocco at the moment, and I just wanted to update you on a couple of things which are quite important. You know the tragedy of last week about the donkey that came to us where the back of his legs were severed, and sadly he had to be euthanized. I have very strong views about this, and I think there is clear evidence, and that is being examined now. But people locally are going to take it to court, and I'm doing a statement for the court tonight, which on many levels will be upsetting. And I don't want to say too much of it now because I don't want it to influence any hearing that's going to be in the court. But it is on our minds. We haven't forgotten about it. And I promise you we will pursue this case very, very strongly. Secondly, I wanted to say that I don't use TikTok. And people have encouraged me to. And I'll tell you the reason I don't use it. I don't use it because there are so many accounts being run on TikTok now that are showing animal abuse that is being intentionally done because people are monetizing it. And I will not have anything to do with TikTok unless that is dealt with. And I promise you I'm onto that as well. But that's explaining why I don't use TikTok. The other thing is, particularly since the advent of AI, I'm getting messages, a lot of messages from abroad on Facebook about a posting they may have seen that an animal needs help in Morocco. And I will have, dozens some days of calls from people outside Morocco. I'm now saying that if you want us to deal with a case such as this, you must be in Morocco, get the people who are involved to contact us. Because really, this is very sad, but you can't fall for everything you see on Facebook. There was one case particularly yesterday, and I did follow it up, and I followed it up with the authorities. And the woman who posted in the first instance, there was a lot of evidence she was just after donations. So again, you have to be really very careful. I'm glad you contact us because you do trust us, and for that I'm very appreciative. And I hope at times you don't think I'm too rude when I'm quite sharp about some of these posts. Thirdly, it's the question now of volume. A little while ago, I knew every donkey and every horse here, and I could tell you their names. I know them all as they come in, and we do try our very best to name them as they come in, but I personally can no longer remember them all. I think that's something to do with my age, I confess that, and also because I'm tied up the whole time doing administration, which is now absolutely huge. Ayub has been up to Tangier, and he's done many donkeys' hooves at SFT up in Tangier. I'm continuing, that's Tangier. I'm continuing to get messages about MAA down in Agadir, where the two founders were deported and the association was closed down. If you remember, I took the case to court, and of course a problem that I hadn't envisaged is that when I took the case to court, there were no papers to show that the association had actually been made. And we tried to get hold of those. And I think that it's right, I should say, that other authorities have moved in, and a lot of corruption is being discovered in that area. We still are prepared to take the equines. That has not changed. And we're very busy now building some extra barns, and ultimately there will be more stables up in the horse field. It is hugely hot. So if people visit, the ground looks completely barren and dry, but we try very hard, certainly to wash the horses. And we're arranging now, Ayub's doing it as I speak, to put fresh pumps in to pump the water around the land even more strongly than it is at the moment. And then I've just had a message from a very nice young woman in Mohammedah, between Casablanca and no, north of Casablanca. It's on the coast. It's not quite as north as Rabat, but it's on the coast up there. And a horse has been left to die for 5 days. The owner just abandoned it. I've seen the photograph, and to bring it down here is going to be a hell of a journey, and I don't know if the horse would even make it. It has been lying there for too long and starving. But we're going to talk to her very soon, and we'll do our best. Again, I reiterate, where is everybody? Ultimately, they're coming here time and time again. That there is, I think, quite a small spanner refuge still in Marrakesh, out in the countryside. I can't quite remember the name of it, but they are brilliant, and they will go and collect such cases. But of course, you know from what you see and what I tell you, we are traveling all over the country. We will try and do our best for that horse and find a solution, and I will let you know. So thank you for listening once again, and thank you for your ongoing support. Without it, we would be hopeless. Bye for now.